Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the latest trends on the stock markets, starting from the benchmark index moves to sectoral action and all the stocks that are buzzing in action today. Today seems to be a weak day when we talk about the broader markets and the narrow markets as well. On the Nifty, the benchmark index, you can see that the Nifty is now slipping below 19,700 kind of levels. It's down by 135 points. The Sensex is also down by about 450 odd levels as well. Now, when we talk about the key sectors that are leading to this downfall in the markets, banking definitely features on the top. The Nifty Bank, financial services, private banks, all of them are dragging the index lower. We're also seeing the power stocks also coming under pressure. In fact, when we talk about the sectors, barring the healthcare index, all the other sectors are down in the red, led by the fall in the banking space, like I pointed out. We also have the realty space that's down by over 1% today. Consumer durables are seeing some downtake, over 1% again. Mid caps, oil and gas, metals, all of them down by over 0.5% of losses coming in. Which are the top stocks that are looking very weak on the index today? You can see that the Bajaj twins, Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance, are both down in trade, down by almost 2 or 2.5% each. LTI, Mindtree, Tech Mahindra, these are the other stocks that are down from the IT pack. You also have the banking majors, Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC, ICICI Bank, the large banks also constituting to this sharp fall in the markets clearly. NTPC, Power Grid from the power pack are also down. And look at Reliance Industries as well, 23.28, 1.1% down for this one as well. So the heavy weighted stocks are creating this kind of pressure in the markets. What is doing well in an otherwise weaker sentiment? It's the pharma space, like I pointed out. The top gainer in the index today is Cipla, which is 3.5% higher in trade, followed by Dr. Reddy's, Sun Pharma and Divis Laboratories. These are the pharma and healthcare and also the lab stocks that are up in trading session today. Let's look at the broader markets as well. The Nifty 500, you do have a few stocks over here that are actually doing very well despite this overall weaker sentiment. IRB Infra, for example, is almost 8% higher in trade. Intellect Design, Aarti Industries, Ingersoll Rand, Godavari Power, these are the stocks that are up anywhere between 4 to 7% in trade today. On the F&O space, you have again Cipla as the top gainer, 3.5% higher. You also have Info Edge, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's and City Union Bank as the other top gainers on the F&O action. But let's get a word in from our guest today. Kranti Batini joins in, Director Research at Wealth Mill Securities. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Your own sense, yesterday we were discussing about the markets pretty much becoming steadier after the recent geopolitical concern, but looks like we are still not out of the woods and we are taking every day as it comes. Today again there is a sharp fall, 135 points lower for the Nifty. Your outlook on the markets?
Yes, actually, as we have been discussing, 19,850 levels acted as a strong resistance zone for the Nifty on a higher note in the medium to short term. But what we can see is the geopolitical issues also playing creating a pressure on the markets at the higher note. As the crude has been slightly inching today, around 2% today, and it's up by $2 in the early trade today. So some kind of pressure is getting created on markets like India because crude is the important thing that's going to play a key role with respect to the Indian market is concerned. In the next coming couple of weeks' time, crude, we need to carefully track how the direction of the crude. So the geopolitical issues also making the traders to book profits. So some kind of profit booking what we are witnessing because Indian market was resilient in the past 10, 12 trading days. So some kind of profit booking is coming at this point of time. Nothing to worry at this point of time, but closely watch what's happening geopolitically and also how crude is behaving with respect to the reactions of geopolitical events. These are the crucial things traders has to keep in mind. We are in the earnings season. Decent set of earnings season numbers have been coming, but it is early. So the earnings season can give a clear-cut direction to the market from this level, Sakshi.
Okay. Let's talk about the few pockets in buzzing action today. First, let's start off with the pharma space. What do you think of the move that we are seeing today, especially on the large cap pharma names like Cipla, Dr. Reddy, Sun Pharma? And is this a trend that one is spotting to continue? Because pharma has clearly not been a great performer this entire year. We've seen several sectors really do very well in the recent run-up of last 4-5 odd months in the markets, but pharma clearly has not very well participated here. But do you think that now is the time when pharma space will pick up?
Yes, actually, you said absolutely correct. Pharma have not participated as expected by the market. But what do we can see is the long only money, some kind of the long only money has been doing some kind of bottom fishing with respect to pharma stocks are concerned. That too only restricted to the large cap pharmaceutical companies are concerned. So we need to wait and watch clearly how the pharma sector, the second quarter results are concerned. But as and when the market tends to be on a higher note, when the market is swinging towards the higher level of the market, we do some kind of money has been chasing and getting channelized into bigger names like Sun Pharma and Cipla, other names. The other side of the market, whenever the market is in a higher note, some kind of money is being channelized into these names. I don't think so. There is any emergency to buy and chase these stocks at this point of time. But the investors who want to invest in the pharma names, what we are discussing, in a staggered manner, just wait for the earnings reaction from these companies and the management commentary from these companies. Then one can take the decision at this point of time to take any serious positions with respect to pharma stocks are concerned at this point of time, Sakshi.
Okay. Let's also, just clarify for all our viewers, a lot of stocks from the PSU basket are actually down in trade today, sir, including names like Hoodco, that's down by almost 9.5 odd percent today. MMTC, another stock that's again down by almost 9 odd percent. Any particular concerns here, and what should investors do with this kind of a dip coming in?
Yes, actually, in fact, we discussed about stocks like MMTC in your earlier shows also. The momentum is on. These stocks have been rallying on a momentum note because some kind of buying interest has been, trading momentum has been emerged with respect to the public sector undertakings are concerned. So some stocks without any fundamentals also, they have been rallied in the recent rally of PSU stocks are concerned. So there is no need of, I don't find at these valuations any kind of serious investments in these names. This is just a momentum at this point of time. So one need to exercise strict stop losses when they are chasing any momentum in these names at this point of time. Sakshi.
Okay. There are also
Even
some news flows that let's discuss and let's share with all our viewers. As far as Hoodco Housing and Urban Development Corporation is done, you rightly pointed out that the stock had been in focus, has run up quite a bit in the recent run-up. The fall today has come in the wake of the government announcing that it would sell up to 7% stake through an OFS at an offer or a floor price of 79 rupees, which is below the current levels as well, and therefore also you've seen the kind of pressure building up. Under the OFS, the government will offload 7 crore equity shares representing 3.5% of the equity with an oversubscription option of another 3.5%. And based on the base offer the oversubscription option, the government plans to sell up to 14 crore shares as well. So that news also could be behind the kind of move that you're seeing. Even on MMTC, there are news flows that the government may suggest closure of MMTC over lack of investor in OFS, and these are the reports that are being suggested, not any confirmed news that we have got. But MMTC's unsuccessful offer for sale, there are reports suggesting that they could force the government's hand in seeking the company's closure to the alternative mechanism. The government may suggest closure over the lack of investor interest in the company's OFS, and that's according to news reports as well. What would you make of these news reports, Mr. Batini, and how would you advise investors to really look at them too?
Yeah, as I mentioned, Sakshi, most of these stocks, especially stocks like MMTC and all, they have doubled in the past 45 days of time frame. So some kind of profit booking, what we are witnessing, and also the news what you mentioned about the OFS and all, they are creating pressure at this point of time, Sakshi. These are purely momentum stocks in nature. I don't think so there are any kind of serious investment opportunities these stocks provide for the long-term investors are concerned.
Okay. The other space that is doing well in an otherwise subdued market is the auto space. We are looking at Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors kind of stocks picking up some pace. Is this the festive buying that is really leading to some kind of a momentum building up? And is this the space to be in the festive season?
Definitely, Sakshi, not only the festive season, I think with respect to the auto numbers are concerned, we can see some kind of prolonged uh, uh, demand for the auto, both in terms of the four-wheelers and two-wheelers, we can see. In fact, some reports suggest that probably the two-wheeler numbers can see the pre-COVID levels also. The two-wheelers numbers can touch in the coming next few months. So it's an interesting theme to watch out. Uh, and also, we can expect a positive set of numbers from auto ancillary stocks.
Okay. We can expect some positive numbers as far as the auto names are concerned. Let's also discuss with you on Bajaj Twins, Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv. Both of them are down in trade. Of course, the results have come about. For Bajaj Finance, we've seen that the consolidated net profit has risen 28% to 3,551 odd crore rupees. The company's net interest margin, however, has shrunk about 14 basis points sequentially due to the increased cost of funds. Is this the impact of the results that we see on Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv? And time and again, we've seen these companies really prove as wealth creators. So, one quarter dip or disappointment on some account of fronts. Do you think investors should keep an eye out on this despite the kind of results that have come about?
Sakshi, when we analyze the data, these are the decent set of numbers by Bajaj Finance at this point of time. Some kind of the negativity in the market today is also some kind of selling pressure is getting created on the stock. But in the coming days, the NBFC space is an interesting space to watch because there will be I can say, a tug of war that's going to come in this space. From Geo Finance and Bajaj Finance, and also names like Pyramid Enterprises, Poonawalla FinCorp, and there are a whole list of NBFCs are ready in terms of the. There are many fintech companies also coming into the this lending space. It's going to be an interesting space to watch out in India in next coming quarters, Sakshi. So overall, Bajaj Finance, if the investors are long-term investors, they can hold on to the stocks because given the kind of performance they have been showing, and also the companies are identifying the new channel of lending businesses. They are identifying to getting into the person into auto two-wheeler loans. So this is the space they want to get into. So it's a very interesting space given the kind of the strong macros Indian economy is providing. Definitely, it's a space to watch out in the coming quarters, Sakshi.
All right. Well, many thanks then, Mr. Batini, for being with us on the show and discussing your insights on various stocks and overall sectoral picture that we've discussed today. Markets looking slightly lower in trade, and 116 points lower. 19,700 has been breached on the downside, but looks we will keep an eye out on the second half of the trading action to see whether there is any pickup from this lower level as well. Until then, many thanks for tuning in, but do stay tuned on to Business Today TV. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also continue to engage with us on our other social media platforms as well. Until then, many thanks for tuning in.